All right, thank you so much. I'm setting a timer because I know that we come to this for this piece, not for me. Really appreciate everybody coming. My name is Will Gage. I'm the director of SCADA at Targa Resources. I've got over 2 decades of oil and gas experience from wellhead completion all the way to distribution. So I've been in here for a little bit and can talk about a little bit of everything. But Targa is one of the leading providers of midstream services and one of the largest independent midstream companies in North America. We own, operate, acquire, and develop a diversified portfolio of complementary domestic midstream infrastructure assets, allowing us to endeavor to supply natural gas liquids efficiently and safely. So, why operational resilience? The capacity to adapt, better ability to maintain, safeguarding core processes. We all know this is basics, right? So why do we get caught up in it? And this is great for AI, right? Because we have to have foundation. But we really have a challenge. I know H.F. Sinclair and many of us who have been in industry for a while, we have things running plants that have been there before we were born. Let's be honest, we do. And so that comes into the challenge point of working through connecting and the convergence process that we all face. Now, really quick, how many here are in your IT organization? How many here are in your OT organization? And how many people aren't in either? All right. For my OT brothers and sisters, I understand your challenges. For my IT brothers and sisters, I also understand your challenges. I've lived on both sides. And so we really have to work through this, but when we talk about convergence, we're talking about vulnerabilities. We're talking about competing priorities, right? So OT cybersecurity, IT cybersecurity, you've got people who are over MES, you've got people in SCADA, you've got people that want to do data analytics for processing through. How are we making sure we're even getting all of our barrels to where it needs to go? Are we ahead of the ballgame? And so I always like to use this slide because if you like movies, it's that moment where you're like, oh no, we ain't doing that. But the reality of it is once you sit down and you talk through things, and if you're willing to be open-minded, you can really make a difference. So I know this is fundamental, but I always start here. Because if you don't start with basics, how are you going to get to AI? Or as I like to call it, the robots. Get a baseline. What do you have today? Do you even know? What does my network look like? Can I even get data where it needs to go? Right? That's a big one. Do I have the staff? No, I don't. Anybody wants to join me? Come, please talk. Who do I need to work with? I have learned over the 2 decades that there are more people that I need to work with that I didn't even consider at all. Because someone always has a piece of the pie. So, make a list. Think of all your departments. And then you know what? I always ask those departments, well, who else uses this? Who else uses your data? And you'll be amazed. What standards am I following? Do I have any? Are they written? Where are they? Get everybody to stack hands. I have a real world case right now that we're going through. Next week, we're going to get together, and there's a little bit of infighting over new technology. And so we're going to have to sit down, test it, validate it, approve it, and say, yes, we're certifying this, write it into our standard. Why? Because it's foundational. We can't get to that point unless we understand it, and we do it the same way. And what does my end goal look like? Have that end goal. What is our success factor? Because if you don't have that, how do you gauge yourself? No pun intended. Sorry. Okay, so I have the saying, tightly integrated, loosely coupled. How many people are familiar with Lincoln logs? Didn't you just love them to death? You get them stacked so high, and all of a sudden you get the roof on, and then, right? We don't want to build systems like that. They're great. It's something that I hate to see, where we've got all this challenge of keeping things running. Yeah, we can program things. We're all smart people. But how efficient and effective are we keeping it going? You can't build resilience on things that break easily. Next, how many people are just cornered in and that's all you've got? Like, you have to use this. It's like welding. That's what you have. Unless we're going to blowtorch that thing out, it's not coming out, guys. So how do we wrap ourselves around that? How does our infrastructure work when it's structurally a part of that system? A great example, and I'm never knocking any technology, DCSs, right? When you purchase a DCS system, it is the whole kit and caboodle. And I love DCSs, but I also like flexibility. And I think there's wonderful pieces to everything. You just need to pick what works best for you for your end goal. But this is where I really get it. If you notice my English, I did it for fun. It's the most bestest. And you're kind of noticing what that looks like. Well, that's made out of Legos. I love using this analogy. Tightly integrated, loosely coupled. How many people knew that you can put regular Legos on a Duplo? Yeah, mine, right? Awesome. You should go home and try it if you have kids. So different shapes, different colors. What does that mean for us? Different software packages, different needs. You can build a window where you need to move data in and out. You can build those pipes. You can do those things if you take the opportunity to say, here's our foundation. This is a core piece, and this is how we're going to do it. Everybody stacks hands. Rinse and repeat. I love that. Rinse and repeat. How can I be successful? And it happens, right? We have to swap things in and out. So if I'm not welded into the system and I need to pull something out and move it around, I can do that because I'm standardizing protocols. I'm working through capabilities that I might not have in other positions. So one of those fun pieces, right, is working through the complex systems we have. And here's just a quick example. This is not necessarily representative of Targa's network, but definitely a high level. We have various systems that move data in and out, up and down, all through the stack. And so what you want to do is you want to have those Legos that help you with each of those pieces. Also keeping it secure. I think that's one of the big pieces is we have standardized in many of our facilities using Kepware. Kepware is a great tool. You know why? Because we implement it the exact same way every single time. And our cybersecurity folks love it because we know exactly what it should do. We have principal network practices. So it's great. We monitor it. We move data. It's great. Well, there's also this wonderful thing called Kepware Plus. And that lets you take and see not just one of your servers, but multiple servers at the same time. So we have over 140 Kepware servers. And there's wonderful tools to be able to see all of those at the same time. You can give people certain rights, certain capabilities. You're still functioning within that hemisphere, but you're still being secure. Benefits of Kepware itself. All right, you can connect endpoints, historians, HMIs, all these other things. You can use OPC UA, OPC DA, or whatever it might be. You can connect through secure tunnels, like I said, OPC UA, run advanced calculations. I love it. We actually move data from one device in Kepware to another device to calculate. Huge advantage to us. We take advantage of the processor. We leave it in there as part of our system. And so then we're able to also serve that data up. Now, this is one of my favorites. Oh, look at that. I'm almost done. Lessons learned, right? Don't screw up. Wow, that's a horrible lesson, right? No, lofty goals versus reality. If you want to step into operational resilience, setting your goals, maintaining those capabilities of building your Legos are the vast improvement to doing anything outside of that. So, what's reality? Set that. Everybody has those same things. Start with an OT data foundation. We are going through that right now. It's wonderful. We're in that ability where we've failed multiple times. We've done it. And now we're in that position where we can say, we've learned, we're focused, we're paying attention. And over the last year, we have seen so many things work for us now, just by taking a step back. And so you must have everybody on the same page. You really have to stack hands. You need your IT people, you need your OT people, operations, engineering. Are we meeting all of our goals? I love Dilbert, right? Take a minute and read it. But there is reality in this. So again, do not infight. Make it something you can do. Work with each other. It's valuable. It's absolutely valuable. And remember, effort counts, but results matter. And that's one of our VPs in operation. That's his saying. And I just absolutely love it. Because if you maintain the building block, you keep focused on your goals, you achieve your goals, you will have results. Thank you. Appreciate it.